I'm Kerri Bunn, and I own a skincare and makeup studio in Birmingham, Alabama, called BOMA. And the heart behind my studio is really bringing women together. The word BOMA is an African word that means gathering place. And I love bringing women together, and I also love women finding out what's beautiful about themselves. And so growing up, I had two amazing examples of beautiful women. My mom and my sister both were very different people, but both very encouraging in my life and still are to this day. My mom is the kind of person who enters the room and you suddenly feel like you could conquer anything. And my sister, although being a different personality, was just such a source of encouragement for me and finding out who I was. And so when I graduated high school, I really was unsure about what I was going to do with my life. And my mom was a hairdresser, and so was my grandmother. And so my sister said, why don't you go into something like that? Like, you're really good at that. And I never thought about that as a career option. But at that moment in time, I felt freedom when she suggested that. And so I thought, well, I'm going to explore this. And I did. And I found out that it was something that I in fact was good at, but that I very much loved. And the reasons that I loved it were very different from what I had expected. So for me, getting to sit down with a woman one-on-one and put makeup on her while telling her things about her face, her facial structure that were beautiful was life-changing. Not only for her, but it was also life-changing for me. That was how my career began, but then I started to do a lot of other things. I was doing makeup, I was doing hair. Years down the road, I became a freelance stylist. So I was doing work on editorial and commercial work, hair and makeup, and then I became an esthetician. And so all of these worlds of beauty, while they all fit into one big puzzle, they were all very different things. And so I love them all, and oftentimes people will say, well, what do you love most about what you do? And I say, I love being here most. I love the studio most because it gives me the ability to see all of those worlds come into one place. Years ago in my career, I asked the Lord what He saw me doing. And one of the most powerful things I feel like my mom taught me was just the adventurous side of God, that He is always calling us to a deeper place with Him, but He's always full of adventure as well. So when we're asking, Him, what is it that you created me for? I feel like He has a huge heart for adventure. He wants us to see the adventurous side of Him in everything that we do. And so I was asking Him, Lord, I'm excited about what I do. I love, I'm in a really good place in life. I love everything that I'm getting to do, but what do you see me doing? I mean, is there something different? Am I missing anything here? And suddenly I felt all of those worlds shifting and coming into one place. And what's kind of magical about that is that I never saw that happening. I actually never saw myself opening a business or having a studio, but He did. And one of the things that I love getting to talk to women about is engaging in the heart of God, that adventurous side of Him where He says, I see something bigger than what you see. And when we say yes to adventure with Him, it's such a game changer. We get to do the thing that is going to fuel us in a greater way than we ever expected, but it's going to speak to everything that's inside of us. So I think oftentimes people feel like when they partner with God or when they say yes to Him, it's going to be something that they wouldn't love. But while He loves us, He wants us to love the things that we do. And so I walk in here every time and think to myself, wow, I did not do this on my own. So the beauty of this place is getting to step into a studio and talk about beauty and make women feel beautiful, all the while knowing that it wasn't totally my idea. So I love having a woman come in and getting to talk to her one-on-one while I call out the beauty in her, and also seeing her leave with a refreshed and renewed sense of who she is. Not only physically, like externally, but internally. And to me, that's the heart of beauty and inner beauty and community is getting to not only to one by one change women and have them go out into the community and do the same.